What's up, Raiders? Welcome to Raid Today for Monday, August 7th, 2023. I'm Gestel from Gestel Gaming, and it's day 5 of the Emic Trunkheart Fusion. Also, just announced a pull one, get one, and 2 10x champs starting tomorrow. We're going to discuss all that, plus more, here on Raid Today. Alright, so we are on Monday, August 7th. What do we got going on? What is most important in terms of the Emic Trunkheart Fusion? Champion Training Tournament, do not forget. We gotta get this one done. You gotta get the Classic Arena Takedown done. And Artifact Enhancement 1 done. So all 3 of these, imperative. Get these done today. You don't want to miss out on them. Don't miss them. These are Classic Arena, Artifact Enhancement, arguably the easiest and easiest to forget, I would say. Champ Training, fairly easy. The Champ Training Tournament, I feel like, is a lot easier than the event. So go ahead and knock those all out. Do it today, get it done before reset so you don't even have to think about it. And all the energy you get after reset, throw that into Ice Golem. And Dungeon Drivers just started, the second one. So you'll be able to kind of knock those out together. So focus on Champion Training, Classic Arena, Artifact Enhancement. You got to get all those done. Let's jump into the game and take a look at what these tournaments look like in the game and what you got to get to points-wise and such. All right, so 16 hours, 32 minutes as of the recording. I have finished this on the main account. My free-to-play account only has a couple hundred left. I'm just trying to decide how I want to do. I think I'm gonna. I don't want to make any 6-star champs now because I do have. I am going to be pulling Mithrala over the weekend for the Champ Chase tournament. I will also be getting Emic Trunkheart. So I have 8 5-star chickens right now ready to go. I think I'm just going to make the other 2 to get to this point. That should be plenty. I'm at around 51, about 5,000, so I'm like right there. I think it's 5150. So make sure you get this one done. Like I said, it's easier of the 2. Typically, I feel like the event's a little bit higher, but maybe that's just the way it's set up and it feels higher because you get more rewards in between. But we will see. Also, the easiest one, in my opinion, Classic Arena Tournament. Go ahead, knock this out. I mean, look how many people are in the 500-600s. Like, if you just do I do my dailies and got this. So, just do your dailies. Do your 10. You should be doing 20, all 20 or 30 that you can if you don't have your Great Hall finish anyway. So, this way, at least you get a little bit extra. And then Ice Golem, almost 2 days left on that. A day, 22 hours. You need 2250. I just started putting some energy into this one. 2250, that seems to be the typical number they do for all these dungeon tournaments. So just be wary. A little less than 2 days remaining on that. They did also just release this Soul Chase tournament starting tomorrow. I guess we'll see what the rewards look like there, but this is the Emic Trunkheart Fusion, laser focused. Laser focused. We will look at that one tomorrow, though. Events going on right now. Dungeon Divers, 3 days. This one just started. 3 days, 14 hours. So I did mention yesterday, this is the 4-day event, whereas the other 2 Dungeon Divers are 3-day events. And it feels like this number is a bit higher. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it looks like they gave, even though they gave us the extra day, they gave us more to work on. I believe that was 4,000. Now it's 4,800 on the previous Dungeon Divers. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember exactly. I don't have a screenshot of it. But 4,800 points, that is a lot. You're going to have to be running a lot of dungeons to do this. Now, the only nice thing, let's go real quick back to the calendar here. Fire Night will open up with Dungeon Divers still here. So keep that in mind. You don't have to go crazy in this kind of off day where there's no dungeon tournaments going on. Fire Night will be available for you on the Dungeon Divers that will start on Thursday. So I'm probably going to be keeping majority of my energy for Fire Night as I like that dungeon significantly better on both accounts than I do Ice Golem. I will just be doing the bare minimum for Ice Golem just to knock it out. Then I'll do everything I can on these Fire Night tournaments. Alright, back to the game. And the event running out. Please do not forget this one. Super easy to forget. Artifact enhancement, only 13 hours and 50 minutes left. This will run out super fast. Get your 4775, get it done, get it over with, move on with your life. It's annoying using your silver. I wouldn't say wasting, but using your silver. But you gotta roll the gear up at some point anyway, and this is the exact time you're saving your silver for to get your Emic Trunkheart. So that is all in terms of the events. And then starting tomorrow, that midweek summon rush. This is brand new. I can't wait to see how they're gonna deviate all these points up. Are they gonna put? Is it gonna be 50 for, you know, all the way at the top, or not all the way at the end, but you know, at a high mark, high amount of points to get those 50 fragments, or are they gonna do 25 fragments, kind of at a lower level, and then the other 25 at a higher level? It does make things a little interesting, because if you do have a certain amount of shards that you're holding on to, maybe not ancients, because it is 2x ancients this week and not announced, but we're pretty sure it will be. You will have, you know, maybe your sacreds or voids would be a good place to pull here, based on how many points it is, just to get, if there is a lower level 25. All speculation, all speculation. We will go over this in full detail tomorrow when we know what's going on. So it may, basically what I'm trying to say, it may be good to pull tomorrow, it may not be. Let's just see what it looks like. I will give recommendations tomorrow, but that midweek summon rush is coming. And along with that midweek summon rush, they are doing a pull one, get one, what has been called a POGO now. The acronym is nice. Pull one, get one. It used to be buy one, get one, but pull one, get one makes a little more sense. So pull one, get one. Now this will only, I feel like this usually is on ancients, but this will only be for sacreds. I feel like it's better on ancients. I don't know why. Maybe because maybe because mercy is way better on ancients. Not in terms of how many you have to pull to get to mercy. Obviously, you got to get to 200 ancients to get into mercy, whereas sacreds you get there at 12. But they move up at 5% on ancients, so you know it's only 220. Whereas sacreds it moves up at 2%, and it could take an extra 30. Sometimes it could be 38 more, 40 more or something. I think you can get to 56 before it's a guaranteed sacred, although the likelihood that you have a 98% chance of pulling a legendary and not hitting, very small. And having multiple times to get up to that point. So, but tomorrow, Sacred Shards, there is a pull one and get one. So what does that mean? If you pull a legendary shard, you have no 2 times chance or anything like that. Just that 6% chance. If you hit, you will get a second legendary. It will be a different champion. Now, I'm not sure if, I just actually recently learned this, but the way all shards, whenever you're pulling a shard, even mystery shards, you cannot get the same champ back to back. So that's the same case if you were to pull 2 Legos. In the POGO, it's going to be different legendary champions. Now, I kind of felt like they were going to do this for Ancients because they do have the 2X, or potentially, most likely have the 2X Ancients going on this weekend. But, and that might deplete you, so people would move over there or want to buy shards for the weekend. But they're doing it for Sacreds, and maybe that does make sense because, you know, probably most people use Sacreds over the weekend, so you're gonna have to. It makes sense for Plarium, it doesn't make sense for us. It makes sense for Plarium to push people into Sacreds because they probably use most of them over the weekend during the first summon rush. So my recommendation, I mean, I guess if you're high into a Sacred Shard, Mercy, like above 20, 25 shards pulled, so you're getting into the 30, 35, 40, 50% chance of pulling one. I would say, and you have a fair amount saved up, I would say it's a good chance to do it. Go ahead, grab the two legendaries, especially if you're like a new account, mid-game account. I think end-game accounts, you already have a ton of legendaries. Getting 2 random legendaries, very hit or miss if it's someone that's going to make your account better. So this, even though it's Sacreds and tough, I feel like this is much better for early to mid-game accounts. My free-to-play account, most definitely, I only have 1 Sacred. Definitely not going for it. My main account, you can see here I have 18. I'm going to see what it looks like. I'm going to see what that Summon Rush event looks like tomorrow. Then I get the 50 extra shards, and I don't have to do the Dungeon Divers, or I don't have to do the Champ Chase this weekend. So I'm going to take a look. I may do it on my main account. Probably not, though. Probably going to wait for this weekend. And then and then on top of the Pogo, a little more enticing, they are going to give us a 10x for 2 champs. The first one is the new guy, Jag Bonesaw. Now I don't. 8 people have reviewed him, so not many people got him. He is brand new. He came out in the patch last Thursday. I gotta say, one of the cooler looking champs for sure. This animation on the weapon may be the only animation on a weapon for a champion in the game. Could be wrong. Please let me know if I'm wrong. There may be some others. He's got some. He's got some blades sticking out of his head and shoulder here. I don't know. It looks cool. He's an interesting champ. Not a great champ. I wouldn't go all in for a 10x for him. So it's just to spice it up a little bit, and it's a new champ. They probably want to get him out there a little bit. Now the other one is a void, so this would not be affected by the Pogo, but he is an excellent arena champ. Insanely good arena champ. This is Lyris the Proud. Big damage, 2 AoEs, a 2-hitter A1. He's got the unkillable on the passive. If he's got a killing shot, instantly places a fatal hit, will instantly place an unkillable buff on this champ. He is definitely one of my arsenal of non-Taurus or Georgid nukers for live arena. I bring him in a bunch of different situations. He can be very good. He also can be countered very easily. Rhodos is a very good counter to him, although his 2-hitter on his AoE and A1 is a good counter into a Rhodos, so it's basically who's going to go first there, but Rhodos will ignore that unkillable and knock him right out, plus that unkillable will be put on cooldown. So I tend to stay away from him into a Rhodos, even though his abilities are good into him. His A1 and A2 are good into Rhodos. I just feel like Rhodos is better matched into Lyris as a counter. So those are the 2 champs that will be available during the summon event. That's everything going on related to the fusion. Now, the only thing outside of the fusion going on is tonight, reset of your clan quests in 13 hours, 48 minutes, as well as the reset of the clan shop. As you can see, I have scooped up all of that energy, even on my main account. Scoop up that void if you have not picked it up already. I would say the 2 best things going right now in the shop If you haven't collected all the fragments for Yannicka and your Carl, also a great time to do that. Make sure you scoop those up before the reset in 13 hours, 41 minutes. But that is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching the show. I will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time with another raid today, going over all the news that's going on tomorrow. I will also be streaming 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on twitch.tv/GestelGaming. Would love to have you come by there. We do a lot of live arena. I'm going to be working on making my Ice Golem team a little quicker today on the main account, and finishing up champ training on the free-to-play account. So we got a little bit going on, some stuff going on there. If you want to come check it out, great to see you. But until tomorrow, have a great night.